Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. After my live stream on Sunday there was it's been quite a bit of interest in the Roberts R600s, and I've actually got orders in for two. So this one is going to Theo over in France, so really just doing this video as a record for Theo, and of course obviously you can follow along and perhaps get your own one done. So this is a Roberts R600 in mustard, which is quite a sought after colour. It's fairly rare. I think it's rarer. I think it's the rarest colour actually. Blues and reds. Blues, again, you don't see many blue ones, but these are difficult to find in good condition. This one's got a little bit of a scuff on the Rexine at the front there. I don't know if you can see that in the light, but there is a little bit of a scuff there, but nothing major. Sides are in really good condition. Handle's perfect. Back's perfect. But it doesn't work. So let's just hook it up to some power and show you where we are with it. So I'm going to connect it up using my clip leads, my power supply. Let's put the power on. There's a bit of noise there. Nothing. I think it wants to work, but it's not going to. Anyway, let's disconnect from the power. So the issue is going to be the module, the Roberts module inside of the Mullard module inside it. And this is one that I've already refurbished that I showed on this Sunday's live stream. So this one's ready to go, although I haven't tested it yet. So I've done the hardest part. That's out of another radio. So the next thing to do is strip this one down to the chassis, get the case out of the way, and somewhere safe. So again, there's plenty of videos on these in my video list there. So there's two screws inside underneath that hold the chassis in. Come on, out you come. Come on. There you go. And also the aerial retaining screw. And the other thing that's, you can probably get away with it for a minute, but we will need to take this power jack off to get the chassis right out. It's a handy little set from Wera. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. It's German. Is it Wera? W-E-R-A. Vera with a W. Wera. Who knows? And what have we got here? That's got to be a number 1 Phillips, sort of thought. Let's try that. That's that out of the way. Screws ain't going anywhere in that. The other thing is the speaker. That needs to come out. Hopefully you can still see what I'm up to. I haven't done a video for a while because I've been concentrating on the live streams on Sunday, but not everybody likes to watch hours and hours worth of footage. It's different if you're there in the live stream, you can watch it, but really anybody looking after the effect will wonder what the hell's going on and why it's gone on for so long. Unedited, obviously. I do get the option to edit these. So there we are. This will now, in theory, push out from the top. As usual, they tend to stick on the Rexine. Not Rexine on these, it's leather cloth, I think. There we are. One chassis out. Okay, well that's a chassis out. Not an awful lot to see in these, I'm sure you've seen it before, but this is the item of interest here, the LP1171 Mullard module. This module over here, I can't remember what it's called now, but very rarely needs anything doing to it. I've never took one apart, don't intend to unless I've got to, because they're a bit of a pig, because it's got all the dial cord and everything attached to it. So we've got to get this module out. Also a couple other jobs, we've got to change these capacitors, put fresh caps in it, because this is probably the newest it would be 1970, 73, something like that. So it's going to need some caps in it because it is being sold, so it's not like it's one that I'm keeping for myself, which wouldn't really matter if I changed them or not. This one is going to a new home in France. Right, so I'm going to do a few jobs. I'm going to take the aerial out of the way, keep that safe. This top plate's got to come off to get the module out, because the screws that hold the switch bank here are screwed through from the top. So what I think I will do is take that speaker out. Just mark a little plus on there. Okay, that's a speaker out of the way. Next job is to get this top panel off. So again, be careful with the side strips. These are in really good condition. It's a lovely radio actually. Pop the knobs off. Put them separate. So we've got to disconnect this headphone socket. That's also going to have to come out and be cleaned, because they're notoriously bad for killing radios dead. And I've also got to disconnect the external aerial socket over here, and then this top panel will come right off. So let me do that in a minute. Okay, well this is the top panel off. So I've just unsoldered the headphone socket and the aerial socket, FM aerial socket. Pretty straightforward stuff really, but in underneath this is the screws that we need to get the switch bank out. These are a little bit tougher. Can I swing it without? Nah, pretty much that switch bank's got to come out. I can leave this side in and just fold it over, but the rest of it's got to come out. So what I'm going to do now is just take some photos of the wiring on this, and let's just get you in a bit closer to the switch bank so you can see what I mean. So the module is soldered through this gap here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wires coming up from the module. So they've all got to come out. We've got various wires here joining on to other bits and pieces. These are a bit of a devil to get off. Sometimes we'll get back on, but I'll see how it goes. There's a lot of rigid connections on these which have got to come off, otherwise you can't do anything. I might be able to just swing the board. So that's the next trick. I'm going to desolder this area, get this board, this switchboard ready to come out. So bear with me. Okay, that's pretty much all of the wires disconnected that I need to disconnect. I I've left these connected on this side because I'm thinking that this board will come in and lift out. But yeah, let's have a looky. I need to disconnect these centre wires. I've desoldered them with a desoldering tool, but it doesn't get it all. But just need to loosen them with the soldering iron. Come on. Apologies if my arm's in the way. These are playing hard to get, aren't they? Would do, wouldn't they? They would do. That's one. I'm heating the switch pin rather than the circuit board, because these circuit boards are pretty rubbish. It doesn't take much to lift a trace on one of these boards. I've not got the iron set overly hot. Gonna need to probably get the magnifier in on this, but we'll see. That's that one, so just this final one. Let me just get the magnifier down. Yeah, you can pretty much see there. Me forceps. Can't really grab a wire very well with tweezers, but it's too small to get the forceps in. There we go. That's all the module wires off. So we've still got all the pads, which is nice. Okay. Next job then is to get this switch panel out. Come on, switch panel. 2 screws and 2 brass spacers. Don't forget to put the spacers back afterwards. Otherwise you'll be in all sorts of trouble. As I say, these are slightly better than the older ones in that they have got a screw. The older ones have just got a bent over tag on them, which isn't brilliant. Right. So in theory, should now want to come out. It's going to play hard to get now, isn't it? I know it is. There we go. One switch panel out the way. Strange, it looks like someone's been in here, you know, it's... So anyway, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 legs on this side. Hopefully you can still see what's going on. It's difficult for me to see because the viewfinder's not very big and it's a long way away. So yeah, we've got to get these little legs off next. So I'm just going to heat them up with the soldering iron. So it's only the first 4 that have got the little legs on them. There's one here on the board. It's actually soldered down, so I'm going to get a desoldering gun and take that one out. There's one here that's just bent. Just straighten that up, and this one as well. Good to go. So just got to desolder that pin there and get these pins on this side desoldered. A little bit trickier up here because we've got 2 pins that are in underneath this capacitor, and they've decided in their wisdom to put the capacitor real awkward as well, just so I can't get at it. So I'm going to turn the desoldering tool on, so bear with me, I'm going to get that taken out. Okay, that's all the pins on the module desoldered, so it should. It says all of them. There's one there that's not quite. There we go. So it should just drop on out. There he is, the module. Right, let's have a look, see what's inside this one, shall we? Let's see what wonders await us. So let's just get a bit of braid and take that solder off that one. I'm just going to lift the leg. There we go. This side I'm just going to heat up. I was hoping it would drop out, but it's got other ideas. There we go. And we have 2 AF115s and an AF116. Look, it's very nice. Anyway, that one will go to one side and be refurbished for the next radio. Incidentally, one of these resistors has fallen apart as well on the switch bank. Rubbish. Don't know whether that was dodgy originally, but there's little end caps come off. Doesn't look like it was fixed properly. But anyway, let's move on.